So I'm back on this system, and the customer asked to change the system, and he knows I told him the ducting is so bad inside. I mean, the thing you hear howl like a jet engine because it's so restricted. And other than that, it's an older system, but there's nothing wrong with it other than it's a 10 SEER system that I know is not even running anywhere close to that. They're lucky if this is a 6 or 8 SEER system because their ducting is so messed up. Found out we couldn't find the filters anywhere. They had no filters in the system. Have to unplug the evaporator inside. They didn't leave any access for the evaporator from going up underneath to add filters anywhere. There's no dryer on this system. They left the dryer out. There's no dryer out here. There's no dryer underneath. I crawled underneath the crawl space. There's no dryer inside the cabinet. They left the dryer. They didn't have a sight glass. There's no dryer down inside the system. Comes directly off of the condenser and just goes a straight pipe right out here. So no filter dryer. And from my last video, when I told you when I opened it up, you smell the gas. This gas smells rancid. The oil smells rancid. So whoever did service it in first instance, I doubt they even put a 5-minute vacuum on here. And actually the customer who owns this property is a contractor, and he asked, he's never seen the guys who've done HVAC at his places. He goes, "What's this machine? Why do you use that?" And wow, that's all I got to say about that. And one of the places where I know they get HVAC components from, I asked them, I went in to purchase a sight glass with a moisture indicator, and I was asked behind the counter, "Oh, you don't need that. We don't usually sell those. Do you really want that?" I go, "What do you mean? I want a sight glass with a moisture indicator." "But then they can tell." I go, "Who can tell? Tell what?" And the person behind the desk says, "They know you don't do it right." I go, "What do you mean do it right?" The dot will turn yellow." I go, "Oh my God." And then I asked to buy silver at this, silver brazing rod. I wanted some 15%. I said, "Where's a pack of silver?" He says, "We don't sell that." This is an HVAC place, okay, in the city, and actually it's more than one of them. They serve to a certain type of clientele. I wanted to buy silver, and he goes, "Oh, we don't have that. Nobody ever buys the whole stick." I go, "What do you use?" "Oh, they use regular solder or the no silver solder because it's cheaper." And I go, "But I want to buy silver." He says, "We don't use that." Okay, so I'm in HVAC places that don't sell HVAC, and the one place that was like down the street at another one would sell me a single piece of silver solder broken out of a whole package, because their clientele who installs does not buy whole sleeves of silver solder. They buy them individually and only use that if they have to buy silver. So that is the kind of clientele that this kind of industry, and this is track houses, and around here there's a lot of track houses. And since this is getting replaced, he's going to purchase the equipment. He's going to put it in his garage and wait until November. But right now, since every day here, today's a cold day, it's only going to get 99 degrees today, so it's nice and cool today compared to the 106 and 107 all last week, and part of this week it was. He said, "Don't replace the leaking." I couldn't even tighten this enough to get it to stop leaking. And just use solder and solder the cap permanent. Doesn't matter. This is going into the junk heap in November, and he's ordering, and he's a contractor. He has his own labor force. I said, "Okay, your guys, I'll show them how to put in the ducting, how to properly duct seal it." Of course, they're not going to use metal ducting. I wish they would. But pull the sleeve over, metal elbows. I'll have them use metal elbows everywhere, 90s, 45s. Teach them how to duct seal. Pull the sleeve of the inner lining over the duct seal. Put the tape around it. Put the zip tie around it. Put some more tape and duct sealant, mask it all the way around it. Make sure it's airtight like a balloon. I'll teach them how to stretch it tight like a piano string, and put wide hangers every 4 feet or so to make sure everything is straight so we have good air velocity. And I'll do the calculations for the size of ducting to make sure the static pressure is down and the air delivery goes to all the vents in the house, unlike what it is now. Super restrictive. this 48,000 BTU units, they're lucky if they're getting delivered 32,000 BTUs. And that's lucky on a good day downhill with a backwind. That's how poorly installed the inside system is. So better days are for this house where it's average over 100 degrees every day through the summer. That's it. Short video on this one. This is going to be a gas and go. I'm not going to do the blue on. I went to the blue on site. I started researching about the blue on. To get it to perform properly without using capacity, I need to install a head pressure control on here, because you have to dial in their head pressure, and I also have to dial in the lower pressure and move the lower pressure down too, to make blue on work what they say neck and neck with no loss of capacity. For this old system, just my labor and the install of the extra parts will exceed the value of the system. And so blue on's not going to be a candidate. In November we'll be installing a new system. I'll pull and recover back out the R22 and keep it, because that's what I do. I don't waste it, and we call that a precious commodity now. And so I might make a video after I squirt this up, run and go. That's what this is going to be, because he's purchasing a new system. See you guys. Oh, I guess I'll show you guys this. Might as well. And remember how dirty I said this was and how bad. So I have been cooling, and I'm not getting there. We're banking towards an hour. If I could get the glare out of there. Sorry guys. Focus. Come on, focus. So there's almost an hour run time. This is where I shut it off the first time because I wanted to see the rise. This is where I shut it off a second time. I've already purged nitrogen through this. This is not a perfect world condition. I will not get down this low. This is not happening in this lifetime. And this is an old used system that was never installed right in the first place. So this is going to stop right around here. I'm not going to go no further because this system is being scrapped, and he's already putting in the order for the new one. It'll be sitting in the garage until November. That's it.